Hello, I'm Lucy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I make home interior content, DIY. I love styling my home on a budget. So if you're trying to create a beautiful home without spending a fortune, then you'll probably like it here. Okay, so this might sound a little bit dramatic. Is our home actually making us feel worse? Because I clean a lot, was getting sniffly, having sinus pain, headaches, sore throats, and the worst is when somebody says that they feel sick or can't deal with that. So I started looking into everyday habits, normal things that we all do that might be affecting the air and our living conditions. And honestly, some of these really shocked me. This isn't medical advice. This is just 10 simple things that I do around the home now and make it part of our everyday routine. Number one is flushing with the toilet seat closed. I saw a video and it was about all the particles that if you leave the toilet seat up, the amount of particles that spread from out of the toilet when you leave the lid up onto toothbrushes, towels, surfaces, your face. So after I saw that, I could not unsee it. Please, whatever you do, close the toilet seat before you flush the chain. Enough said. And on that note, toothbrush storage. If you leave your toothbrush on the side, harbouring bacteria, you're just going to spread more and more germs, especially if you're someone that does not shut the toilet seat. So a case for your toothbrush, sterilise your toothbrush regularly, put it away in a place where it's not going to harbour any bacteria, because otherwise you're just put it in your mouth and it just spreads. Bathrooms are humid places and bacteria thrives in moisture. So keep your toothbrush away, sterilised, and change it regularly. Now, one of the biggest ones for me, which is something that I don't do in this house, it is a big absolute no-no, no shoes in the house. If you think when you're walking outside, you're walking into feces, bacteria, spit, vomit. I mean, I live in London, so they say you're never that far from a rat. So think of what you're treading in and bring it inside your house. I have hard floors throughout my home for that reason, because sometimes people run in with their shoes on, visitors don't take their shoes off. So a hard floor, obviously you can steam it, but if you have a carpet and you wear your shoes indoors, I don't even want to think about what's living in your carpets. So yeah, that is a massive no-no. No shoes indoors. Sort of going on from that, if you commute or you get the train, bus, public transport, outside everyday living, sitting on a public bench, coming home and not changing your clothes. I never wear my outside clothes at home. As soon as I get home, I mean, this is just a habit anyway that I do. I always come home, I put my pajamas on or like house clothes, like a tracksuit or something. I never will wear the same clothes that I've worn on a plane, on a train, on a bus, inside my home. The amount of bacteria that can stick onto the clothes, and then you're sitting on your sofa. When my husband comes home from work, I literally follow him and check that he changes his clothes before he sits on the bed, sits on a chair or anything. So yeah, take off your outside clothes as soon as you get home. Same with like school clothes. When my daughter comes home from school, I literally strip her off, pop her clothes straight in a separate washing basket, and anti-bac coats, bags and things like that, because kids carry probably the most germs. Outside clothes, not inside. This one shocked me the most. So your kitchen sponge can be harbouring more bacteria than a toilet seat. I make it my regular thing now that every single Sunday I throw away all the sponges and replenish them with a new fresh set. And in between, so throughout the week, I will soak it in something like Zoflora, an disinfectant, or you can use microfiber cloths as well, which you can boil and make sure they're clean. Another kitchen related one, chopping boards. If you use plastic chopping boards, they're not great anyway. We know more about microplastics now, but especially if you have a chopping board that has lots of knife marks in it, bacteria can harbour inside those grooves and it traps bacteria. Replenish your chopping boards regularly. Avoid using wooden chopping boards because you can't clean them properly. Try and invest in like a glass one. I now separate chopping boards for raw meat, fruit and veg, and they're all completely separate, so I know that they're clean. Not airing the house out. Now this one is so underrated, especially when it's been so cold in the UK, you don't want to open your windows, but wrap up and open your windows for at least 10 to 15 minutes a day to let the fresh air circulate. Fresh air reduces humidity, mold risks, and stale air buildup, and you just make such a difference. Your house just feels fresh and clean once you've opened your windows. Humidity levels in your house. Now, I actually got a little humidity monitor the levels to high, that dust mites and mold can thrive, to low, dry skin and irritated sinuses. So if you find that you're always getting the sniffles, check your humidity levels. I'll link the one I've got down below. Bedding and pillows. Now, pillows should be replaced every 1 to 2 years. How much you sleep and how much time you spend in bed and sweating in the night, especially in the summer. So every 1 to 2 years, change your pillows. Your pillows absorb sweat, skin cells and dust mites. So changing your pillows and duvets is a must, and wash your bedding at 60. A few must-haves I have around my house to make sure I keep clean. I love the Dettol spray. It's just an antibacterial disinfectant spray. It's really easy to spray onto bags, soft furnishings, door handles, light switches. So I always have one of those in the cupboard. I have a steam mop, which I use on our flooring, especially in the hallway on a regular basis, and I'll steam through the whole house at least once a week. I'm not saying our homes are toxic, but I think we do normalise behaviour that isn't actually that hygienic. So just small tweaks, not perfection and not obsession. And honestly, it will make your home feel so much cleaner, fresher and lighter. And once you know some of these things, you can't unknow them. Let me know if there's any on this list here that you have been guilty of and that you will be making a switch. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.